It's our Get a Job segment. Gail Cruikshank, Talent Director, Greater St. Cloud Development Corporation, is here with us, along with Mike Gohman, President of Gohman Construction. Thank you both for coming in today. Appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely.
So we're talking about EPIC, which is exploring potential interests and careers, something we've discussed plenty of times before. This has really taken off, hasn't it, Gail?
It really has. And it started as this idea. I always tell people the story. When I first started with the Greater St. Cloud Development Corporation in 2014, our board chair for talent at that time said, you figure out a way to get the Bridges type of event down to St. Cloud. And it took us a few years, and it has grown immensely to be that career exploration opportunity for our students, really with the goal to make sure every student really understands all the careers that are available to them before they make that decision for themselves.
It's a good, I think so many times people go into careers and they don't know exactly what they're doing. They can't see themselves in it until you get into it, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is not what I thought it was. Or when you get into it and you're like, I could see myself doing this.
Absolutely.
You want to have that second one, and this is an opportunity to find out whether or not this is a fit for people.
It is, and just the look on kids' faces when they come through our event, it's like it opened up new windows and doors and everything for them. And to be able to talk to our community leaders and our employers, our industry leaders, firsthand, just to say, what is it like in this job? What is it my day going to look like? What kind of education do I need? You know, what's my earnings potential? I mean, let's be honest. These kids are focused on, what are they going to make and what kind of environment are they going to work in?
Yeah. Wasn't there a commercial that said, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? Do you remember that one? Yeah. I think that's kind of what we're at here.
Yeah.
And this allows people to find out what they want to do and what they might want to be.
Yeah.
Let's recap that EPIC Day on October 28th of 2022. Mike, your thoughts on what you saw with the amount of people participating?
With having the students back in the building all together with the employers, it's such an exciting, the energy in the space is just unbelievable. We had 4,200 students from 29 different schools. We had over 300 employers. All the employers are all, excited at the end of the day, ready to sign up to do it again the next time, which, says the community is really behind this. It's a fantastic day.
What, as an employer, what have you been able to take from this as far as trying to get people that are going to be interested in your industry?
It's really an opportunity for us to show how things have changed. I come from the construction industry. A lot of people think about it as, this hard work, dirty job. It's just not a desirable thing to do. And, the day of EPIC, we actually had our laser screed there, which, basically replaces 3 to 4 people raking concrete, doing things like that are hard work, and does it all, basically with a remote control, takes care of, the worst part of the jobs we've replaced now with a lot of technology and automation. So
it makes it a lot easier. So people, the assumption might be that this is going to be really tough labor, and it's a little bit different. There's a little bit more scientificness to this.
It has changed in terms of what it is and everything else. And, we need to recruit people that, are able to run those systems and set them up properly. And the rest of that, it's no longer just a straight out of high school, we can teach you how to be a laborer type job. So.
Right. Well, and I think, we've discussed, spots like manufacturing and the trades. There's been a shortage of people going into those fields. Is it that people just don't know what those are, or is there a wrong perception of what those jobs are?
I think a lot of it was a wrong perception and still is to some degree. But I honestly feel we've turned the corner in a lot of that work and still have lots to do. But I think our youth and frankly, even anybody in the job market is really starting to see those opportunities in our high demand areas and high earning potential areas. You look at manufacturing and construction, transportation, those salaries are great salaries. It's not like it's an entry level kind of salary in any stretch. And again, education needed, minimum, and a lot of them want to train on the job. So the employer's paying for their education. So I think people are starting to see a lot of that value. And again, those are the jobs of the future. And to Mike's point, a lot of them look a lot different than what they did maybe some years back.
Sure. If somebody wants to go into construction, Mike, what type of training should they have?
It depends on what the skill sets you're trying to do. If you're going to become an electrician, an HVAC contractor, refrigeration, typically it's a 2-year trade school type program. If you're going into, just want to start out in construction, kind of figure out what it is, work out as a laborer first, we basically will train on the job, work with people, find the right niche for them. Even within, all of the different jobs that we do, there's such a variety that, okay, this person's really good at doing concrete forming, or this person's really good at doing carpentry, and we move people around in order to find that right fit for the person and for the company. So
right, kind of find that niche for them.
Yeah,
sure. What are some of the other EPIC initiatives you've been working on?
Well, in addition to the big single day event, like Mike already referenced, we created an Epic for Influencers event, which we have now held 2 of those. And the goal with that is to really allow anybody that influences a student in their career making decisions to come and talk to these employers again, just very organically, very openly ask the questions about what they need to know to get a better understanding of what that career looks like. Because envision a student comes home and says, Mom or Dad or neighbor or whoever, grandma, whoever is that influencer, I want to be this. Well, if that person doesn't know anything about that, there's a big chance that they're going to try and turn them and shift them into a different career. And so this allows people to just come and chat with our local employers about these careers and walk away with more knowledge to help talk through that with their student. Every single parent or every single influencer that's been at our 2 events that we've done of that have all thanked us 100 times over. This was great. This helped me. It helped my student. And so that's exciting. And that is, again, an event we'll continue to do after our big Epic Day events. And then we've also created career kits, which was due to some funding that we got from the Great River Regional Library, that, again, we can put Epic in a kit. And we've talked about this before, too, Jay. It's like it's been one of those things that, again, somebody can check it out from the library and they can learn more about that specific industry. The kits aren't quite at the library yet. They're all sitting in my garage, in fact, because we have a few last-minute things that we want to add to them. We kind of debuted them at this Epic for Influencer event last week, and so got some other ideas from our employers about, you should add this and that sort of thing. We also have partnered very closely with the Boy Scouts, and they have Explore posts. And they have a couple that have been very, very strong for a number of years, but they came to us and said, how about we make an Explore post for each of the industry clusters again, which there's 16. And so they're working directly with employers to help them put together what an Explore post could look like. And that enables the students to go on site and learn more about, again, a company and industry, have some hands-on opportunity, work with our employers directly to really kind of take it one step further. And go ahead.
Mike, anything you'd like to add to what Gail was just talking about there?
Yeah, the Explorer posts really, I think, are a great opportunity once somebody goes through the Epic event, kind of says, hey, I'm interested in doing this, and then they can work with the employers over several months really in order to try and understand much more about the career. Some of you talked a little bit about it earlier, and some of this isn't necessarily just, I found the job I really want to do or the career I really want to go into. Sometimes it's, hey, you know what, I thought this is what I wanted to do, and it's not really the career that I thought it was. And so, we're helping, really on both ends of this, and that's what all of these different avenues that we're trying to show some experience to the students in terms of what it is, helps them make that decision. So,
Mike, why does W. Gohman and other employers invest in this work?
We need a future workforce, and if we aren't investing in it and working with the community and trying to keep people here, then we have nobody to blame but ourselves for not having that happen. And so, to me, it's what you have to do in order to be able to recruit people and have a great workforce in the local area.
Do you have some direct numbers from going to these Epic events and finding people that are wanting to go and work for you?
The Epic event is not a hiring fair per se. It is a career fair. So, these are mostly 10th and 11th graders. We're trying to really just experience you have them experience what it is. We're not trying to hire them at that point in time. There's definitely an increase in the last number of years to work in the trades, which is very great to see. And I think that, all of the different initiatives that we've done, are helping towards that. So,
is it that firsthand opportunity that really makes a difference? Would you say?
I
Gail?
think so.
Yeah.
And again, even anytime we survey our students that come, it's being able to talk to somebody directly about what does a day look like? What does a skill look like? What do I need to be able to do, or what do I need to like to do to be able to be successful? So again, kids have grown up and live with their online devices all day long, every day. This gives them a chance to talk one-on-one with employers that are in these industries that know all of what they need to understand about that career. And so just seeing the opportunity to continue to grow this in our community, and then align it with a lot of other great initiatives going on, like Boys and Girls Club has Career Start, Career One is going on with Career Solutions. There's and then all of our schools have other great initiatives happening. So it really just continues to align. And it just feels so good knowing that we're all going in the right direction and in the same direction to help our youth really discover what is that skill set needed to do that career that's most aligned with their passions and really their happiness. Because again, you need to be happy at what you do. I always say, we spend a lot of time at our job.
Or at least not hate it. At least not hate it.
But, to see that passion and really align it in the right way, utilizing people's skills, that's, what makes both the employer happy as well as this job, the employee happy.
Yeah, absolutely. We got just a couple of minutes left. Mike, anything that we haven't touched on you wanted to bring up?
I think that, when people start looking at a career and thinking about something they want to do, you got to realize that, every business that's, medium to larger business especially, but even smaller ones, they all have, bookkeeping, accounting needs. They all have, some basic, legal understandings that have to happen. There's a lot of, they all need marketing, they need sales. So, just because, you say, hey, I want to do this certain career, there's so many different options of companies that have those needs. And so, it might be that you kind of say, hey, I really like, the construction world and I really like sales and marketing. Well, we absolutely have, positions we need that too. So, as people are looking at the different options out there for something to do, look at different companies that you would want to work for in different industries. And if you don't like it, try a different one.
Sure. If people do want to find out more about jobs that are available in our community, Gail?
Yes, jobs in our community, go to stcloudshines.com. Again, we've still got between 6,000 and 7,000 jobs available. And also, I want to put another plug in, because this initiative has grown so much. We are actually hiring a full-time EPIC coordinator. So they get to be that one conduit person that's going to help us lead all this work for our community going forward. And so anything about EPIC that you want to learn more about, if you want to be engaged with it, if you want to support, I will put a plug in. This event that we've talked about this morning is all funded by our local employers. So that is what's making this happen. But our EPIC website is epic-mn.com. So lots of exciting things. Reach out to us if you'd like to be engaged.
Excellent. Thank you both for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been our Get a Job segment here on WJON with Gail Cruikshank, Talent Director, Greater St. Cloud Development Corporation, and Mike Gohman, President of Gohman Construction.